Hey guys, welcome back to Choose Your Own Path. Today, we're doing some 3D printing. We haven't gotten that for a while. It's really damn cold outside. We got some carving done. No, whatever. So today, what we're doing, I'm going to show you guys. Let me just flip the camera out. So today, we are printing ourselves. These are 3 holders for our airbrush. Now, a while back, before I got my printer, I bought myself these things. Now you can see the airbrush goes in there, and it's on the machine. You know, it sits nice in the machine. Problem with that is, I could have just took them off, put them on the table, you know, whatever. It would have been just as good. Probably screwed them to the table, but I wanted to try my own. Plus, I needed 3. Now I'm going to need a 4th one because I got that other airbrush coming in. When you hook this onto the machine, it vibrates and they just kind of fall. So this one here, you can see, it's a 2-hour build. We're at an hour and 20 minutes. But there's the base. Now that's the raft or the skirting, whatever, that bottom piece you can see right there. That thing pops off. And it's got 2 little holes, or 3 little holes. One's right there, and one's on the other side, okay? So now what I could do is I could either screw that onto the wall or onto the desk, and then have them there so I don't have to worry about them vibrating. And the one thing you don't want to do when airbrushing is bend your needle, and I've bent my needles. Oh, what a pain in the ass. So there's a little tool. I don't know, it's like a little box, and it has some stones in it. You put your threads or your needle threads in it, and you just kind of twist it, and it straightens them out. I haven't used it yet. I'm gonna Maple Airbrushes, and no, it's in Toronto, I think, or Edmonton. I'll have to find out. But I'm gonna get a hold of. I think her name is Donna Brush or something like that. I've spoken to her before, and I really want to get a hold of one of those things to see if they work. You can still see the mammoth stuff is still on the table. I really haven't had much time to do anything except for maybe paint the wood. You know, just kind of get that stuff out. And then I also made a couple of minotaurs. It's pretty cool. Made a couple of these guys, and then some graveyard stuff. You can see skeleton trying to come out. He's got an axe in his hand, coming out of the ground. And I made this. Well, I printed this. The torture rack. Pretty cool. I like it. Solid piece. Well, it's hollow in the middle. A little bit of, you know, separation of stuff. But you know what? Paint it. Put it on a game table. You tell me what you see. I see nothing. And then all that's all right. And then we made a couple of these caps holders. These are our caps for our airbrush, and these guys are just they're epoxy on there, so just gotta paint them. Even if you paint them up, like I've had this guy doused with paint. Bottom line is, if you want to paint this guy first, I mean, this is what I do. You have to seal it. His horns, I kind of had to cut them off because they used to be like that, but there's a failed print, but I still think it's cool. I got those 2 guys going on. Yeah, a bunch of them. Got another guy here. Sometimes the prints don't work the best, guys. It happens, right? Like you can see the yuckiness back there. How do you explain it? Is it either something I'm doing? Now, could it be something that I'm doing wrong that I don't know of? Could it be that my settings aren't proper on my King Room? This is the only one we have right now because we are trying desperately to save up for either one, or contact the company to see if they'll send us one to do a review on, you know, to do more stuff like this. You know what? Companies love that kind of stuff when people do reviews, but I'm going to give you a little thing here. I've contacted probably 6 or 7 companies, the bigger name ones, to see if they'd want reviews, and they all said, "Oh, sure, let's see your channel." The minute they see that you're under 1,000, and I'm not shitting on any company, they're all the same. The minute they see you're under 1,000 subscribers, they say no. And I get it, because you know what? On 1,000 subscribers, if you look at the views, if you're a YouTuber and you look at your views on your channel, and you see every time you make a video that you only have, say, I don't know, 40 people looking at your videos, where is that other 470 people that were on your channel that subscribed to you? YouTube is a hit and miss. It is. You know, I love making videos, and the more people watch, the better off it is. Can't make millions off of YouTube because I don't sell merch, and I don't, you know, have over 1,000, you know, subs to get monetized. And even if I did get monetized, I really doubt I'd get anywhere, because that's just not me. There's other YouTubers out there that are way better. They have a lot more subscribers. You know, there's a couple of guys that just hit 1,000 that started after me. You know what? That is a huge congrats to you guys. You carvers, you 3D printers. I don't know how you hit them, but you did it. So good for you. I'm happy. You know, one day I'll hit over 1,000. I think that's just thing. It's a number thing for most of us. You want to get a lot of viewers. Some people are in it for the money. Some people are in it for, you know, they just like to be recognized for who they are and what they're doing. That's where I'm at. I want to just show people that my motto is, if I can do it, you can do it. And that's all I'm telling you. Comments, I love comments. The good ones, not the ones that put like 38 minutes hot chick on it. Like, I don't know where that comes from, but those guys are asses, man. And you know what? We usually fucking just report them and get them off. That's usually just spammers. More content. You know, we put a tip jar. Some people put tip jar donations to help out channels. Let me explain that. What that is when somebody does donate to your channel, no matter what it is, any kind of amount it is, it allows you to produce more content, as in, what can I buy that will make my channel more appealing? Do I need a better camera? Yeah, I do, because I'm using my phone. Maybe more 3D printer stuff, you know, like the filament. It's not totally expensive, but rule of thumb in my business is I don't use my family's money to run my business. Whatever I sell and make goes into making more, and then it allows me to purchase more stuff, which is, you know, basically what I want to do. Another 3D printer would be nice. They're not overly expensive, 3D printers. I see them mostly and they're in the American price range, because I don't see too many Canadian businesses that are kind of, you know, shouting me out saying, hey, you're in Canada, why don't you show my stuff? Well, it doesn't happen. Again, it's the numbers on YouTube. The subscribers, they want to see bigger, more people on it. You know, talk about $300-400 USD. You know, add that to Canadian, that's about $400 or $500 for me. It's not what I have in my pocket right now to do, but I'd love to get another one, and maybe even a resin one would be something different, because this is pretty cool. It's, you know, I don't know if I did a review on it, which is very basic. I'm not the guy that does, I don't want to fuck around with the machine. I don't want to add all these little gadgets and gadgets, you know, new fan, new this and that. I got a fan right there. I did a video of it. It works perfect. It's got a fan right on the machine. It works great. I use the original programming from the King Room. It works simple for beginners. It's simple. You can go into the Cura or whatever it's called that everybody's using. It's prettier. It shows you better stuff. I'll get into that. But right now, first couple of months, I want to stay simple, guys. I don't need any whistles and bells on the machine. It's working pretty damn good. For a $200 machine, I'm not even sure what they're at right now. I'm pretty sure they're still at $200, maybe $250 at the most. 7" by 7" by 7 inch, 180, 180. So we can go up to 7 inches high, 7 inches big, you know, all the way around. I'm not making helmets, you know, to put over my head kind of thing. It won't happen. Big head can't happen. That won't do it. But, you know, things like the Mammoth. That's a 3-day build. That was huge. That Dragon, nope, that was from Games Night. One of my buddies there I contacted. Really good guy. You know, just these little figures, you know, mask pieces for them to hold the masks up. Those things are all cool. That's what I like. I like that kind. I like it simple, because you know what? Not everybody is technical. I'm not going to give you the mumbo jumbo of how this thing works, because I'm not opening it up to look into it. That's not my gig. My gig is get me a machine, myself, get me a machine, and let's make it work. Let's make it do what it's supposed to do. Figure out the simplicity of it. You know, you still got to get in there, and you got to go to the computer and go to a lot of places like Thingiverse or My Mini Game Workshop, I think it's called. Stuff like that. There's Patreon sites like crazy. You guys, if you were into it, you could hit up the Patreon site. Like I said, Game Night. That's guy in the States. Get a hold of him on Facebook. The guy is amazing. He did my Dragon. Love it. He's got a lot of files. Very, very reasonable. The guy is really reasonable in price. You know, these are the kind of machines, like I'm going to say, this is the kind of machines that if you want to buy something inexpensive, you buy it. Now, if it's not for you, and you don't know how to use it, it's an easy sell. Go buy a $500-600 machine. You know, you don't know what you're doing. You're making all crap models. There's a learning curve and everything, right? Turn around and you have to sell it. Well, you know what? There's going to be a buyer. But why did you buy such a high-tech, good machine to start off with? Start with something basic, guys. Like, there are even, you know, the Ender 3s and all that. Those are great machines. They're a little bit more advanced, but they're a lot bigger. And that's the nice thing about them. You can print bigger stuff. They're not that complicated. You don't have to put all the extensions and all the little gadgets. You know, I don't even have a proper holder for my spool. It's just the one they gave me. I could stick that up on the wall if I wanted to. You know, whatever. Fuck, if I want to fucking put it up there, I'll put it up there. Always make sure your machines are clean. Your bed. Okay, one of the upgrades we spoke about. There's the king room. This is the magnetic bed. This is from TH, so it's 3D. It's an easy flex. It's metal. It flexes. It bends. Easy to wipe. Easy to clean. Doesn't screw up on you. Simple things. Make sure your bed is leveled when you're leveling your bed. Any machine, well, except for, I don't know if the, see again, resin. I can't talk about resin, but these ones. If it's a heated bed, heat up the bed first, then level it. It makes sense. It's been said 1,000 times. I'm gonna say 1,001. Heat up the bed. Make sure your filament is properly coming out of there. Watch it for the first 5 minutes if you have to. I know it's kind of boring. Some people just want to turn it on and run away. Watch it to see what happens. See how it builds. Like, I'm going to show you here. You can see. Oh, get my big hand out of there. The bottom here. That's that raft, skirting, whatever I was telling you about. Well, it's there to hold down the product. It pops off. We'll show you in, well, it's at 44%, so we'll show you in a while. Learn that stuff. Supports. You know, anything overhanging needs a support. There is no supports on this one because it's not very overhanging. The guy who made this model basically made it so you didn't need it. But anything that was really overhanging, you know, the machine has nothing to hold on to, so it's gonna make those drips. You don't want that. You gotta know those. You gotta know those basic things, guys. So anyway, I'm just rambling on because I got nothing better to do today. I love talking to you guys, so that's the way it is. So we're gonna let that go, and we're gonna show you what it looks like at the end. All right, stay tuned. Keep on watching, guys. All right, guys. So after 2 hours and 31 minutes, it is done. So we're just gonna shut our machine off, shut our fan off, and it should just pop off. You could use the flex, but it's pretty easy. So you can see it came out pretty good. And a little bit of stringing on the bottom. That's easy to file down. Overall, I think it looks pretty good. I'm gonna clean it up and I'll show you guys how I'm gonna set it up. And there you go. We got room for all three of our brushes. Not in the way. They're not sitting on there. This is a bottom feeder brush. It has the cup at the bottom. It's not made for this to go in like that because it'll probably fall out. So all I did was I just turned it around and it will sit firmly in the cup when I need to use it. It's not affecting the needles or nothing. Get in and out, slide. So simple. This one's a little bit different because it's, oh, there we go. Like these are my main brush that I use, my Awada Chinese one, and then that one was the Vega. So yeah, there you go. Simple as that. Just a couple of screws. They come pre-drilled with holes. Put them in there. Simple. No more on the machine. No more vibrating and falling off. Because if it falls off on the machine, hits the ground, the needle busts, you're crap. This thing, we could probably maybe we'll just take it out and we'll add it to here for the other brush that we're getting in. I mean, it's always nice to have more than one brush, so you can just easily take out the colors. Having our splitter allows us to turn the air on and off to use all three different lines. The fourth one will have an extra. Unfortunately, we don't have anywhere to put it, but that's okay. That's easy because there are times where we don't use either one of them. But with the new brush that's coming in, that will go with the Gentry Riley's new tool. It'll be used probably as the second brush. Third one will go out just as an extra spare. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Simple little video, 3D printed. That's from our King Room 3D printer. And this is what we made. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. On to the next one.